Howdy, it's Mr. Russell. We're here to talk about our pre-lab for the double replacement reactions and net ionic equations. I want y'all to write your objective in your own words, and I also want you to include your materials here. I want you to write down all of the materials, but then also write the chemical formulas next to them for all of the chemicals listed. For the procedure, I want you to rephrase this in a numbered procedure so that you have it written out, and then I'd like you to write down all of these in words. So write number one and write it down in words. Make sure you leave a bunch of space in between the two of them. You'll see why in a second. When we get down to the bottom, in our lab notebook, follow this pattern for your observations. So you'll write the words, and then you need observations. You can abbreviate these observations. Write ME for molecular equation, IE for ionic equation, and NIE for net ionic equation. Each one of these reactions, each one of these 19, needs to have all three of these here. So it will take the observations will take up the most amount of space for sure. So that you guys get an idea of what I'm looking for in your lab, I want you to start with your objective in your own words. You need to write your materials here, rewrite the concentration and the words, and then I want you to add the formula on the side. So you can either stack it all the way down or make two different columns. Then you'll need to rewrite your procedure like I have here. I'm going to try to move that up. My procedure is just listed down here where I mix the following 19 pairs. I'm going to record my observations. If nothing's visible, write NVR. And then I'm going for no visible reaction, and check for odor, and then I'm going to produce observations, molecular equation, ionic equation, and net ionic equation for all 19. So to give you an idea of what it actually looks like, here's just the first one that I worked out. Sodium carbonate and hydrochloric acid. I've got my observations, molecular equation, ionic equation, net ionic equation here. So you need to, before you come to the lab, make sure you have all 19 of these written here, and then leave space for all 19 here. You'll want to leave more than one line. Because as you can see, they get kind of long, so make sure you leave plenty of room. I would suggest at least a third of the page. Leave plenty of room, because this what I want you to focus on in the lab is the observations. Okay, focus on observations. You can then maybe do the molecular equation, but don't do any of this stuff in the lab. And then you'll continue on from 2 all the way down to 19. Alright, let me know if you have any questions. And that would be it for the lab. I want you to conclude your data just at the end. Tell me about, I want you to use the words net ionic equation. Tell me what it means when you saw no visible reaction. Where did you see no visible reaction? And then talk about just the science that you witnessed. Okay, real short conclusion. Thanks.